Hello, Marietta here. Happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful mothers that are out there. I just could not let this night end without coming on, doing a video just to say I love y'all, just to say thank you for all the mothers that are out there in position, those of you that have been raising children of any capacity in the face of this earth. You have really done a great job. If nobody's never told you, we want to say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for how you've taken care of the children. You know, raising children is not an easy job. Taking care of children is not an easy job. And I have found that all my life has been the most rewarding job that I have ever had. After having 3 children of my own that God had given me the pleasure of being the mother to, I thank God for each and every one of them that God gave me. All of them are different. All 3 of them have their own different personalities, but God knows I love them to life. I love them to life. And all the ones that God had given me the pleasure of just being that voice of reason, and to be able to impart something into their life, to be able to be that resting place, that place where they could come and feel safe, that place where they could actually be themselves. I mean, for me, I'm just speaking for me. This is my opinion. God knows I just feel as though that raising children, whether it's the ones you gave birth to or other people's children, has been the most rewarding job I've had in my whole entire life. And I have basically been looking after children, other people's children, right along with my children for years. And now in my 65-year-old grand age, I still feel as though that raising children is the best job I've ever had in my whole entire life. After coming out of foster care and moving to adoption, I still believe that if you have the heart and you have the time and the energy, it's not the same as just wanting to be to have a child. It's one thing to want to have a child, but it's a whole nother thing to want to be a mother to that child, who want to be able to be in position. And our heart goes out to those that have wanted to have children, could not have any children. And I would just say that, you know, right now we're living in a time now where the children need us. The children need us more now than ever. They need us to be there in position. They need us to be able to lean on, to be able to give that wisdom to. And when I think about children, I think about how hard it is for the mothers today that are out there raising children. My heart goes out to you, and I commend you for being in position. I commend you for trying. I commend you for standing up for the children, for being that voice of that protection for the children. Because, you know, so many times we go through life and the children do not have a voice. They do not have a voice, and they need an advocate, a strong advocate, one that's going to actually stand up for them, one that's going to be there for them, one that wants to protect them and make sure that they are safe. So many of our children are not safe today, and my heart goes out to them. So I just want to say happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day for each and every one of you mothers that are out there. It doesn't matter what capacity you're operating in, whether your grandmother, auntie, the neighbor, whoever who has mothered a child. I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. If nobody's never told you, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking that much time out of your life, sacrificing your life to be able to raise your children along with somebody else's child who has no problem with feeding somebody else's child. It's just a blessing all by itself. You know, when we think about the blessings that God gives us, and we think about how blessed a people we are, and how before they would always say, the children are our future. Well, our future is looking real blank right now, and the children truly are our future. They truly are. And the children right now deserve answers. We don't even have the answers for what we're going through right now, but the children are asking questions. They want to know. They want to know what's happening. They want to know exactly why these things are happening. They want to know exactly what does this look like for their future, and what does this, I mean, because you got children now that are coming out of college. You got children that have put in that work. Graduation is right around the corner, and they're coming out ready to begin their life. What does that look like when they see companies getting laid off? You know, they're done put in all these years in college, and now they're ready to start their life, and having children looks like it's not the best thing for them to do right now. They can't buy a house right now. Everything is too expensive for them right now, and it's hard. So therefore, this is where they need the adults to sit down and let them know, it's your blessing is not canceled. It may be delayed. It may be delayed, sweetheart, but it is not canceled, because it's not over until God says it's over. There are some things that God has promised you, even at your young age, and He shall deliver on His promises. He will make good on His promises. It may take a little bit of time, and you may have to just watch and see, watch and pray in the midst of what's going on right now. But the young people, the ones that have actually put in that work, the ones that are actually ready to start their future, the ones that are ready to begin their life. This is where they need you, mom and dad. This is where they need you, auntie and uncle. This is where they need your conversation. This is where they need your input. This is where they need you to help them manage their money and to help them get from A to B and let them know that they still have to live. We still have to live in the midst of what's going on. We just have to make different decisions. There may be a different route they have to take that may be financially more stable for them in this season, but the children deserve to be able to start their life out on a good note, like anybody and everybody else. We do not have all the answers for what's happening right now. We cannot expect these kids to come out of college and then we tell them they got to go into a box, which we are going into a recession, and that we got to tell them we're in a recession right now, so you can't eat. We're in a recession right now, you can't have a car. We're in a recession right now, you can't have love, you can't be married, you can't have no children, you can't have this, you can't have that. That is not what we're going to do. That's not what we're going to do. We may tell them that they can have all the things that they have always wanted to have. They just going to have to be much more, they just going to have them in a smarter way. They have to move a lot smarter. And if they got somebody who's willing to work with them, stand with them, and even if they're going out there into life by themselves, guide them, lead them into what we're getting ready to go into. This is why I say it's better that we talk about these things, and we talk about what it looks like, and we talk about what it looks like to be able to budget your finances, because I still like a good crab leg, even though the crab legs are going to be one of the most expensive things on that tariff listing, because of the fact of it takes a lot harder to get them and they're more expensive. You think about a good steak going to be hard for you to get as well. But yet and still, mothers, we know how to take a little, make a lot. So we have to teach this to these children before we let them out the nest, before you allow them to walk out the door, before you know, and try to impart what you can in them. That's all I'm trying to say. Because like I said, to me, being a mother never ends. It never ends. It never ends. You're always going to be a mother. You're always going to have something good that you can talk to that child about. There's always going to be some advice that child may need from you, whether they choose to admit it or not, or you choose to admit it or not. Them children are always going to feel as though that they love you enough to come back, and they're going to come back and we're going to want to know exactly what it is and how do I do this. And of course they're going to make their own mistakes. Of course they're going to make their own decisions, but there's going to be a time somewhere in there that they may come back and they want your advice. They want to know exactly what you would do. They may even want to know what you have done. A lot of times, we tell our story, but we tell our story the way we have done it, and then we allow them to go out and make decisions of their own. But yet and still, we'll always look at them like they're our babies. They're always our children, no matter how old you are. Being a mother is a job that never ends, because you become the mother of many. A lot of them call me the mother of many. Why? Because I have there's so many young people that reach out to me, that I reach out to check on them, to see how they're doing on a regular basis, that may not be able to reach out to their own parents. Today, a lot of the children, even the ones that I have fostered, I got calls from those foster children to this day. And I mean, it's just such a beautiful thing to know that you have left that type of impression on somebody, and that they respect you and they love you enough, and you was that good mother, that good foster mother, to foster them to get back to where they needed to be in life, and you helped them get back to where they needed to be in such a good way that they respect your opinion. To this day, they still reach back to you as being that voice of reason, and as being that person who has advocated for them all them years that they were in foster care. So I would say that as well. Under the sound of my voice, I am an advocate for foster care. I do believe in foster care. I do believe that if there's a mother out there or a couple out there that may want to have children, or just may and not be able to have children, that is a perfect way to go. I would say that if you have enough room in your home and you're ready, willing, and able to take in some children, to love them, you don't just want to have children in your home, you actually want to be a parent. Make sure you really want to be able to parent these children when you bring them in, because these children deserve to be loved. They deserve to be with a family who's going to really truly take care of them. And I really believe that would help a lot today. If you want to go that route there, but just know that that's something that you would really have to have a heart-to-heart talk with your mate about. And if you're single and you have that love and you have that gift that you want to pour something, impact something, or give something back to some children in your area, then reach out to your coordinators in your area so that they can begin to start that process. Reach out to the foster care agencies, and that way you can see exactly what you can do to be able to start imparting some wisdom that you have gained along the way into helping somebody else's child get to where they need to be. And that was what I wanted to say on this evening, because Mother's Day is every day. It's every day. I've been a mother ever since I was 16 years old, and I've not stopped being a mother yet. My 3 kids that I gave birth to, my 3 children, are grown adults at this time, and I have been raising other people's children ever since they left home. So it's a job that I really took on in between me working and me building my life and me still taking care of myself and going through 2 marriages and still dealing with life itself. It still was a job that I really truly appreciate, and I want to just say thank you. I want to say thank you, even though the children have called me to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the children. I want to thank them for being the children, as they say, the children of God, that God had gave me a chance to be able to impart good wisdom into. So it's like saying, I just always say, people would say, well, you have that knack. You just have that niche, as they say, to be able to impart something into kids. But when you have been an unruly teen, as I was tagged as an unruly teen as well, so therefore I understood what an unruly teen is. An unruly teen is just somebody that needs to be redirected and somebody that just needs to be heard. We just wanted to be heard. That's all. We have a voice. We want to be heard, and you have to work with us in a different way. And if so you have that knack to reach that unruly teen, you got to have the battle won right there. Because 9 times out of 10, all they want to do is be loved. They want to be talked to. They want to hear. They want to be heard, and they want to be respected, just like anybody else. I know back in my day, they were saying a child was supposed to be heard and not seen. Well, this day and time, they want to be heard. They want to be seen. They want to be spoken back to. They want to be redirected. They want love. They want you to respect them as well as they respect you. And these are things that are easy when you want to get to know who they are as they meeting you. They get to know you. If they're not your blood children, you didn't give birth to them, even the ones you give birth to, sometimes you don't even know them either. You got to take time to get to know them and give them a chance to get to know you. Give them a chance to get to know who you are. So on this Mother's Day, I want to say congratulations to all the mothers that are out there, standing in position, enjoying their position, and actually are excited to help these children get to the next level in life that they have to get to. To God be the glory. May God continue to keep blessing you. May God continue to keep smiling on you. And may these children continue to be blessed by the wisdom that you have imparted into them. So with that being said, happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. Y'all be blessed. And if you stayed this long, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified when I drop my next video. And I love y'all, and be blessed. Enjoy your evening.